welcome to 2021. I really hope this is a better year. Anyway, how are you all doing? So I am in the office, kids are at school. It's bliss. I wonder if I'm going to spend the entire of my day spinning around in my chair like I did last time I was in the office. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a nice view behind me. My computer, which is a bit bizarre, but you know, it's sort of, I worked on it, okay. I have some fake plants, but it just makes me feel so much better. You remember that real plant that I bought before Christmas? It's over there, dying. I forgot to water it over Christmas. I mean, it's had a bit of water, but not much. And last time I came in, I gave it loads of water, and it's still not happy, so I didn't know what to do with it. This plant up here, okay, this is real. I've not watered it in 8 months. And it's not any different. Do you think I ought to check if it is real? I'm pretty sure it's real. Okay, anyway. So, 2021. I wanted to have a little reflect back on last year because I don't have any footage to show you now. My sublimation printer is out of black, and I've ordered some inks, but you know, there's nothing I can print up to show you, so there's no point in doing that. I have some stationery print up, but this week I thought I would just chat to you about the last year and my achievements. I kind of want to reflect on the good things rather than the bad things. So, because I mean, we all had quite a negative year, and I think we need to try and remember the good things, if we can. It took me a while to write my list. So, let me look at my list. Okay, so, hang on, I'm going to put you down a bit more. There you go. Okay, what did I achieve this year, last year, 2020? So I did the biggest portrait I have ever done last year. So I've done 19 was my biggest portrait beforehand, but this one was 23 people, and I shall insert it just here so it looks like it's on my hand. Look. Isn't it big? But when I did it, I did make a few realizations. I had a few portraits just before Christmas. Some were quite big, and some were like several big ones, but with duplicate people for the same customer. And you know, pricing is really tricky. I had a customer in America last year, I think it was at the beginning of last year, and she ordered £145 worth of portrait. But actually, 3 of them were just duplicates of the first one, and I couldn't justify charging that as if I was drawing each one, because they were just copies. So I contacted her and got refunded her the difference, which was like, it's loads of money. But I couldn't do it. But then I was looking at this portrait, the 23 people one, and that cost, I can't remember if it was £45 or £55 for 23 people. And I was thinking, actually, that's a lot of people for not a lot of money. I mean, I do reprints as well, which is what I did in this case. And then I did her another portrait, which had 6 of the people duplicated. So if it's a duplicated person, I kind of feel, if it's literally a case of copying, I don't really charge extra for that. But my pricing is a bit weird. So anyway, what I've done is I've increased my prices for this year on my portraits, but I do need to rethink it a little bit more, because I think it would be much better if I did it per person. At the minute, what I do is I charge £30 for 1 to 4 people, and then £35 for 5 to 9 people, and it goes up in increments of 5. But actually, £5 for 4 people, you know, especially when you get up to like 20 people, that is a lot of work. It's a huge amount of work, and it's really difficult to, well, you just can't keep it down to the price. You just do what you can, you know. Whereas to buy a portrait of one person, it's like £30, and that's quite a lot for one person, you know. It's, yeah, I need to look at my pricing again, I think, because I'm not 100% happy with it, but I don't want to make it complicated for people either. It's hard. Okay, so next thing, November, I had the most orders I have ever had in 1 month. I had 65 orders in 1 month, and I appreciate that may not sound very many to some people. I mean, there are some businesses out there that probably rack that up every day. The thing that's impressive about the 65 for me is they were all, I mean, every single order I do is made to order. So there were 65 orders that included things like portraits, stationery, there was some clothing, you know, everything has to be designed and done from scratch. I need to order stock in for certain things, and yeah, no wonder I had a bit of a breakdown in December, quite frankly, because November was insane. And I think the thing I have learned from that, I think, is that I want to do some more ready to post type things, so that I can do bits of that with, I can have help to do things rather than doing it all made to order, because then I'm pulling myself too thin. So we shall see how that goes. So I kind of feel I want to have a bit of a rejiggle, but we'll see. But 65 orders, I think the most I'd had before was probably about 30, but 65 was huge. Okay, another achievement. I took 13,000 last year. Again, that sounds a lot, okay? And like my average order total is around £27, apparently, according to PayPal. But actually barely any of it was profit. I didn't realise how much I worked to please others rather than making a profit. You know, it's been an important learning curve, I think. You know, that money, a lot of it has gone into buying stock, because when I buy stock I have to pay postage and things like that. I don't always transfer that fee on. I try and wait and do orders in groups to reduce postage and things like that, and then I always shove something else on, you know, because I want to try something else. But it all adds up anyway. So I did not make the profit I would have liked to have made, and all that money as well, it wasn't enough to pay my wage. Now I only pay myself minimum wage, but yeah, it was a real shock at the end of the year to realise how much I'd taken and how much I actually made. It is quite scary. So this year, the thing that I've learned from that is that I need to be slightly smarter, I think. And also I have so much stock that I want to get rid of. So I want to do lots of offers and deals, and particularly on my VIP group, I'll probably have a product of the day or something like that. If somebody wants it, they can have it. It will be slightly reduced, but it will at least be getting rid of my stock, because I have a lot of stock that I just don't think I'm going to get rid of. So there's that element, which I've learned. I've got 4 box loads. When I did my tidying, my mass tidying, I've got 4 box loads of whoopsies, and I want to sell those really cheap and get rid of them, because it's just stock that's lying around. I mean, sometimes I use bits for my, you know, myself, like if I need a cup of tea and I run out of cups, I might nab a cup. You know, they are seconds, and most of them are seconds of other people's artwork. So I figure that they would be quite happy to earn just a little tiny bit of commission, and I can get some more space. So that is another aim, to do a Whoopsies sale, a big Whoopsies sale. Okay, so other achievements. I bought a bookbinding machine and I got an extra large press. So by buying those two machines, I can now do tear pads. I can do sort of small book publishing, because I can bind books properly. So like, you see this book. Okay, this book is bound using my bookbinder type binder. Okay, it's not sewn, it's a book bind. So a lot of paperback books are done like that. So that is great, but I have learned that it gives me a headache, so now it's right near the door. The door is there, because the fumes are quite bad. As for the heat press, it's been great. It's been great for tote bags, although getting used to it has been a nightmare. I have had a lot of wastage, and I thought a 50 by 50 size press would be my answer to my prayers, but it takes a long time to heat up because it's so big. You know, it's got such a big heating plate. It takes a long time to heat up. Also, the pressure is not constant throughout, which is really annoying. So I can't do like 50 key rings, for example. Okay, they're all the same height and everything else, but you can guarantee some, in the middle particularly, will not press as well. So I have an extra mat that I put in, so when I do tote bags, the tote bags sit on top, and they press nicely now that I've worked it out. So it is great, but it is a huge press. My aim was to do tea towels and things like that, so I might see if I can do that soon, because I got some in. I need to try it out. So yeah, it's great, but has its problems. I also had to get a new cutter. I don't know if you remember, halfway through the year my cutter decided it wasn't going to cut anything. The big cutters are always a bit touch and go. They never cut quite how you want them to cut, but they do cut things like butter. I mean, they're just, and it's very satisfying seeing a clean edge, but this one, it's still slightly wonky, and it gives me a lot of aggro. Anyway, what else? Yes, I've been able to extend my ranges over the last year as well. So I now do calendars, I do pens. I experimented with this pen the other day. This has got fabric in. And I'm going to be doing some more planners soon. And I'm hoping to do a pen to go with the planner. But rather than made to order even, my aim is to create some planners as a whole, and people can buy them as a completed bundle. Well, I'll give that a go anyway. So yeah, that's kind of 2020 really. I mean, you know, I survived lockdown. Coming into work was great. I usually had to bring the kids with me, but that wasn't really a problem. And, you know, we got through it. So from a business side, 2021 was great. 2020 was great. Mental health side, towards the end of the year, I don't even want to go there. It was just awful. But I'm feeling refreshed. I'm ready for a new year. Apparently I still can't get my words out. So, yes, I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's only a really short little vlog. I just wanted to let you know how things had gone last year. I shall put some pickies in now of some of the things that I've created over the last year, and I hope you enjoy them. And I'll see you next week for a normal vlog. Ah! I've also got to do a podcast. I thought for my podcast, for my patrons, I would read a little bit of this, because I wasn't quite sure what to do as a podcast. And I'm not sure anyone really wants to listen to my advice. Or me answering questions. So I thought I'd do a nice calming reading. Yeah, that could be a disaster. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching. and Happy New Year to you all, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you.